Saif Morrison. And this is This Week in Car Audio. Tune in. This Week in Car Audio. Tune in. We'll be talking about bass, talking about chips, talking about rings. You ain't got them, zip your lip. You got a problem you haven't found, check your grounds. The show about to start. Tune in. This Week in Car Audio. Yeah. Tune in. This Week in Car Audio.
All right, guys, give me 1 second before I announce the going live thing.
I think we're on.
There it is. I see it now. Okay, there we go. Let me set it to Sonic FX first. There we go. All right, welcome to This Week in Car Audio with your host, the Judge, Doug Stockton, and your co-host there, Jeffrey, the internet sensation, movie star, superstar judge, world record confirmer, Jeffrey Fernandez. How's it going, Jeff?
Good. How about yourself, Doug? How you doing?
Oh, just doing fine. So you had a show this weekend, a little something?
Yeah. In Ardmore, Oklahoma, of all places.
Okay.
Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oklahoma.
Wasn't that the guy we had come on and we talked to him about his shop and stuff?
No, it was actually we actually had him on the show. I don't know if I was a part of it last year, but you guys had him on the show, and he was talking about what he was doing at his event and stuff like that. But so he had another one this year. It was the same location. It was at the Ardmore Convention Center is where it was. Had a lot of cool show cars, some motorcycles, some veterans there. And then remember I was talking about last week, they were having a beard competition.
That's right. Beard and mustache, right?
Yeah, beard and mustache, which was kind of a odd combination, having a car show with a beard and mustache competition. But you know what, though? What was cool was some of the guys that were some of the SPL guys with their beards, they actually entered the competition and ended up placing like top 3 and stuff
really?
like that. So I was cool to kind of mesh the two the two entities. But it was a fun day. It wasn't too hot. Had some cloud coverage, so it was kind of out of the sun. Had a lot of loud cars there. Yeah, it was fun.
Okay, cool. So, oops, let's see. Oh, there we go. Now I got everything. First off, I want to say happy birthday to Moses Martinez, as we call him. Say happy birthday to him. It was his birthday, I believe, on like Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday, yeah.
Saturday.
Oh, cool.
Saturday.
Yeah. So, I've been a judge for a long time. Jeffrey's been a judge for a while. Back when I started judging, there was this team that came around. It may have been this little something called Team Basic. They had a few guys on the team. They also they actually were one of the first teams. They actually made their own team walk-up music. So they had their own team song by a guy named Oreo, I believe. Was the
right.
I think I still have that on my computer, as a matter of fact, as a walk-up song. We were trying to do that something like that.
So like when like boxers and fighters come out to the ring, and they would play their song. Team Basic had one of those.
They did.
That's so cool.
Is that on Facebook or anything like that, Kimo?
I'll put it on later. I know I posted a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
There's a link for that.
I mean, I do have that on my computer somewhere, but it's not on the computer we do this show on. So anyway, so there was this Team Basic. The captain or the lead man for that was, I'm not sure if it was Joey or Kimo. They were kind of both the head people. It was one like the president, vice president type thing, or how was that?
More or less, just co-founders basically.
Okay, so co-founders, him and Joey, and they started this team together. They were yellow and black, and they brought on Brian Nyman, Alpine, Carlos.
Yeah, we had Josh for a while.
Josh for a while.
Greg for a while.
Yep. And so they were competing. One of the guys of note on the team, our guest today, Kimo. I'm not even gonna butcher your last name, but everybody just calls him Kimo. I would pronounce it Kealoha, but close.
Oh,
close enough.
Nice.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, close enough. That's pretty not bad. Anyway, so
I've heard you do worse.
oh yeah, on purpose most of the time. But so Kimo would come and he had this Camaro, and
Oh yeah.
and
Wow.
he would do like 130s, 140s. He knew he wasn't gonna win his class, but he was there to support the competition, the scene, and his teammates. And that was my first introduction to Kimo, way back in the day. So, so that's our guest. Welcome, Kimo.
Thank you.
Well,
Glad
you
to be
should
here.
have played his theme music.
I was looking for it. I'm over on my
No.
I'm on my computer right now trying to find it.
I gotcha.
Let's go real quick and just mention our sponsors again. So today's sponsor for today's show is Stolman Transportation LLC and Lots of Watts. I just got a text from Justin Stolman about Lots of Watts. He says, hey, if people want anything from Lots of Watts, they need to message me. A lot of the people don't know that I bought it from Lucky, so they just want to make sure people know I can contribute to the West Coast finale. And not use the website. So don't use the website. Message Justin Stolman. Most of the shows he puts a little link in the comments section. So if you guys want to support the West Coast finale, buy something from Lots of Watts and he'll donate money to that. Or if you use the Stolman Transport LLC, he'll do that. We also want to thank Willie, which from last week, Willie Collier. He donated some money to the show. So if you guys are, he's looking for a good, like an installer that does like alarms and stuff like that. If you're anywhere in the country, contact Willie, and he's looking for just general good people that he can hire to do stuff. So kind of like InstallerNet type thing. Anyway, so he's doing that, and we just wanted to thanks Willie for your support and helping us with the cost of doing this show. All right, now back to Kimo. So he went from the Camaro, and then I believe it was the S10, right, Kimo? Or did you have something in between there?
No, pretty much went from the Camaro to the S10. There was an Astrovan for a little bit, but never came to fruition.
That was after the S10.
That was no.
Oh, was it?
S10.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I never brought the Astrovan out. It was just too much money and not enough desire.
All right. So, tell us a little bit about your competition history and where you're at.
Shoot. So I started competing back in '98, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Back when TV Drag first came around, they had the Circuit City Roadshow. That was one of my first introductions to competition. At the time, I was working for Good Guys, which is like a Best Buy's retail shop.
Right.
On the West Coast, and worked in car audio there, and then that kind of got me a taste into doing the whole competition thing.
Mm-hmm.
From there, we just branched out. Me and Joy went to school together. We're always into car audio and stuff, from high school on up. So once we got out of high school, we were working, and I got with the one competition. Told Joy, let's go to another competition. Brought his car out, and then just kind of caught the bug and went from there.
Okay.
I think the biggest show I remember is actually the one you guys are still competing, Doug. Down in I think Hollister.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was a triple point event. I remember the Rockford guys came out with their Astrovan. Remember, Jim Jean just built the escort at that show.
Oh.
I remember you guys were doing the whole building the box in the parking lot and stuff like that. So that was my memories of like our first like real like bug into, you know, actually start seriously competing, starting to figure out box design. You know, try a new box every weekend because we didn't have a term lab, so
That's
we
right.
had to build a box to go out there and test, and then that failed, so try another design, and you know, so that went on. You know, we built the team up. We competed. I think our first World Finals officially was in 2006 or 7.
Okay, so that was so
San Mateo?
2007 was San Mateo.
Yeah, so that was the first one we actually went to and competed at. We were competing probably for about 5 or 6 years before that, but you know, 07, since it was out here in the West Coast, gave us a chance to, you know, economically make it. So at that time when we met Jeffrey.
Okay.
Jeffrey broke his world record at that show. I remember that one.
I cannot find the stream online anywhere on Facebook, so I can see it on YouTube. So I don't know.
I have it on Facebook.
Do you?
Yeah, I got it. I got it on Facebook.
Okay, so I can't see any comments on Facebook because I can't find it. I keep coming up with the William Collier one on Facebook, so just saying. Okay.
I think we're good.
So you guys are in charge of the Facebook side for any questions or whatever, because it is not existing for me. Anyway, oh shoot, I got all kinds of things open. Anyway, sorry about that.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's what were you competing with back then, Kimo?
At finals, I came out the S10.
Right.
I first started off with the Camaro.
Equipment wise.
Oh geez, it has my old MTX amps. They're the white Thunder series, and I think I had a single 12-inch Fosgate at the first Camaro build.
All right.
And then
I think didn't you have like 215s and yeah, 210s in the Camaro, right?
112.
That's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I only had 112 at the time. That's all I could fit in there at the time.
Okay.
But I was trying to stay in like a street step class. That's why I started off with that. Stayed in my lane. And then did that for a couple years. And then if I got the S10s, we kind of like started really designing boxes and trying different things out. I think one with the finals, I was running Earthquake at finals. And then at the end of the finals, I ended up switching over to DC audio.
And that's kind of where it happened. Oh, actually, you know what? I see Facebook and YouTube on my screen here for comments. So that's cool. That's the first time that's happened.
Oh, good.
Now,
did you say what classes you were doing, Kimo?
No, he didn't.
Jeez, no, it did not. The Camaro was. I think I was in no wall because I had no back seat. So I get my ass handed to me every damn show.
Yeah.
So you didn't have a back seat, but was your box on the back seat or that area?
No, it was on because the Camaro has a weird, funny rear deck.
Oh, that's right.
The
Yeah.
box right on top of the hump. So the back seat had the amps and had the hump, and then I still had the storage area to put stuff in there. So like I said, it was a real street setup. It wasn't really that loud. Like Doug said, like 135, 140 was a max out of it.
And so we like to go back all the way to the beginning though too, Kimo. So what was the very first system you ever bought or you ever put in your vehicle?
Oh man,
what brand?
I think it was something. It was something from Montgomery Wards. It was like those package deals. Two knobs.
Montgomery Wards.
Two knobs with the two little speakers that came in one little package. AM/FM with the.
Wow.
Yeah, those were my first back in high school.
You just dated yourself, Kimo.
I know.
Monkey Wards.
Montgomery Wards.
Yeah, we used to call that Monkey Wards.
Yes, sir.
That's funny stuff right there.
But yeah, that was my first setup. I think it was like a Roadmaster or something like that. Something cheap like that.
Wow.
So that was the first thing you ever dabbling into the whole car stereo thing.
Yeah, because we always talk about how I started Radio Shack, and a lot of the guys that I've talked to that were old school, started with the realistic, subwoofers at least,
Man.
Yeah. So,
I think my first subwoofers were out of J.C. Whitney.
Oh, J.C. Whitney magazine. That for you kids that are young,
okay.
back in the days, we used to have these things called magazines. They were like websites, but they actually fit in your hands, and you thumb
You could-
through each page
Yeah.
instead of scrolled.
Yeah, and then you put a check in the mail to order your stuff.
That's
What?
right.
There was no
Apple
go online
Pay,
and none of
Venmo.
that.
Oh wow.
That's how old we are.
Yeah. One of the things also with Kimo is, he was like one of the first base racers out there too. When base racing was getting developed, I used to call it street beat before it was actually a thing in DB drag. We were testing different models for it, and Kimo was doing part of that. It was we did like 212s and 1200 watts, and did some things like that. But you had to play music.
Yeah, I remember my first base race. I lost. I lost to a boat.
Oh, to a boat?
What?
So
A boat. Yeah, we were in Manteca doing a show at that boat shop,
Yep.
and I went up there and the guy beat me. I was so sad.
So it was competing in the lanes in actual boat?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh.
He pulled the trailer in, and we went head to head. And I don't know if I busted out or I still didn't understand the rules or something, but I lost.
Yeah.
It was so sad.
So that was good. So Kimo was a competitor. I'm just saying. I'm not blaming them. But Team Basic, they were a great team, great supporters. One time they all got a little on the tipsy side and drove away from a show. And I'm not kidding you, behind where they were sitting was a mountain of beer bottles. And
I was at Sacktown Pros.
Sacktown Pros, yeah.
What?
Yep, we were having a pizza taste-off at the show. We had a snow cone machine there, so we had pizza, snow cones, and they pulled out, and I was like, no way. And literally, I bet you that thing had to be 7 foot tall.
Yeah, we had at least three or four bags full of liquor bottles back there. Well, I remember, because we posted in the forum. I don't want to say what forum, but I was like, hey, we're gonna be in the back. If you guys want to come by and hang out and drink, So we did. We posted in the back, and sure enough, everybody saw the poster. They started bringing like 12 packs and bottles, and it just got over. It was crazy. We didn't bring all that liquor ourselves. We just posted everybody basically. Yeah, I remember that show. It was a long day.
Those were good shows. We were having good participation. We had the pizza cook-off. We had the bounce house for the kids. I think they did a great job. They involved the community with it and everything, So I was really happy with those shows.
Yeah, those were great. It was a good parking lot, good location too. So
yeah,
and no complaints from the neighbors.
Well, yeah, the neighbors were gone on Sundays, right?
Yeah.
So,
right.
Anyway, so you were competing, and then at some point, as with anybody, they could become a 1X judge in DB drag. And speaking of that, real quick. If you guys are in the Barbados or in the islands area, pay attention, because there may be something coming that way pretty damn soon.
Oh, cool.
DB Drag.
What do you mean, a show?
No.
Oh, okay.
A new set of judges and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
So they're working out some deals, trying to work out some deals on the DB Drag side to bring it out to the Caribbean islands. So
man,
tell
them you don't let me know. I'm down to go.
Right.
I'll go check. I'll go train those judges down there.
Yeah. So I might be going that direction for training judges.
Oh.
Just saying. So keep that in mind. So anyway, like I said, anybody can become a 1X judge. And with that being said, so how did you end up in this as judging?
I don't even know how to start it. First, I started trying to SQ is what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I got the SQ bug. I went to an IASCA training, and that was the whole thing. I just wanted to go down that route. I was SPO for 10 plus years already.
Right.
And I was like, what's this whole SQ thing about? So they're trying to bring IASCA back out here, and this is back in 2009.
Uh-huh.
So I got thrown into the whole ayahuasca thing, and then a year later, I guess Mecca came out, and then I'm Joji Mecca, and here I am, doing both SPL and SQ again. And then somebody, recognizes me. They're like, "Hey, can you do a DB drag, event?" I'm like, "I don't see why not. Let me see." And that's just kind of how it happens,
Right.
you know. So,
And then now he's still doing DB drag. In my opinion, he stepped back a little bit lately. At some point, I stepped back from doing shows, and I believe we had the same reason. So, what's your reason for stepping back a little bit?
kids, my children.
Yes.
Life, life takes over, and it's just like I got to
Yeah.
prioritize family over everything else, and this year's been a little difficult personally, and I've stepped back from a lot of shows. I do DB drag, I do USAC, I do ayahuasca, and I've had to cancel some shows because I have some life family events going on this year. So I've scaled things back, but we got some commitments I put into work already. So Surf City's coming up for DB drag.
Yep. And we'll
We have
talk
the
about
SEMA
that
show
in a minute.
coming up.
But we always like to talk about on this show how we are, car audio centric. So that's that's what binds us as a group. But we don't put anybody on this show that's we are more about the person than just what they have to do with the car audio community. So we're always interested. Kimo is proud of his heritage, and now he's got his daughter quite extensively involved. So you want to talk about that for a quick minute?
Absolutely, I have no problem.
I knew.
It's kind of weird
Proud
because
dad.
That's right.
well, it's not like that, right? So like with cardio, like we all know, it's a lifestyle, right? For majority of us space heads on here, cardio is a lifestyle for us, and it wasn't my identity for a long time. But my professional, what I do for a living, and my new life that I do with my daughter, it kind of doesn't cross over. So my daughter does hula because I'm Hawaiian, so my daughter dances hula. My son started dancing hula, and my wife started dancing hula, and now I drum as well for the hula group.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a full family affair. We do twice a week. We go to practices. We have shows. We have events. So it's very involved. So that kind of consumes my life. And there's a lot of people in that community, and the cardio community and that community, they don't know each other. So like when I start talking about doing my shows, they're like, "What are you talking about?" And then when I talk to my cardio guys, they're like, "So why are you so busy? Where have you been?" I'm like, "Well, we had this event and that event." They're like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Oh, it's part of me. It's what I am. It's who I am."
Yeah.
And what a lot of people don't know either about me is that I've been with the county of Santa Clara for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a social services background. So that's what I do for a living, which never comes out. So
Right.
That's my personal life about me. Yeah. Besides cardio, that's kind of what consumes my life.
Yep. And for me, I stepped back a little bit for softball, and and back when I stepped back, people were like, "Well, you could still do this, but unless you have a kid that's involved with something, it is so hard for you to understand." I mean, Jeffrey's daughter, she was doing, shows with like, what was she doing? She was doing like weapons demonstrations or something, right, Jeff? I thought I saw her doing. She was just doing the jiu-jitsu or something, or.
No, well, she was doing like cheer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was doing like dance, like hip hop dance, and I got her into doing like the extras work.
Oh, that's right, the
LA
extras
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So a little acting, following Daddy's footsteps there a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unless somebody has a kid and they are, the joy you get from watching your kids succeed is greater than the joy you get when you succeed.
Absolutely.
I can't express that enough to people that don't have kids. And just saying. So and when you see those minor gains that your kid does in whatever their interest is, it just makes you want to help them so much more.
Yeah, because like you, I jumped in. My son started playing football.
Yep.
And I was a coach last year. It's like it just happens.
Oh, cool.
So it's one of those things that just consumes your life, and it's like kind of prioritize what's more important in your life for audio. And it's like right now it's my life, and I'm gonna try to put things in perspective. I missed a couple of games because I've got commitments out there, but yeah, family first always.
Real quick, Luke Valenzuela says, out of curiosity, when do new world record things pop up? I think I got one this past weekend and can't wait to see it. Is that the guy?
Man. I think that was at a Wyatt show. At
Oh,
Wyatt show.
yes. Oh,
Yeah.
so if that's the case, I'm going to talk to Wyatt. I need to get a hold of you because we do love to have guys that set world records on this show. Just saying.
But to kind of answer his question, I think there was a couple other multi-point events going on that day. So generally, they like to get the results in, get everything official, and then put out those certificates that Solis puts out. But man, it reminds me of this guy Nathan that was out in my area. Right when he picked up his trophy at the show, he was like wanting like some kind of thing in writing that his world record was legit. And Luke, okay, just wait a little bit. It's gonna be there unless somebody beat it. Just give it a little bit of time. Be patient.
Usually by Wednesday or Thursday, because what they do is they ask the judges on Sunday night or Monday morning, hey, did anybody have a world record? I did see Wyatt post in that chat that yes, he did have a world record at his show. So then Wayne and Solis go back, confirm it, and then they put out all the world records for the weekend. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, did we?
What class was that for?
Demo wall?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. So Cyclone demo wall. So I saw Jose in here. That would mean he's no longer the world record holder for that.
Well, I talked to Jose over the weekend. He's at a show that I was at, and he says that they got it. It's just they haven't showed it.
I know.
But that's all hearsay, right?
Man.
That's all hearsay. Hey, garage scores don't count.
Exactly.
One of the really cool memories I have of Kimo and the Team Basic guys is, so we're down in Vegas for World Finals. We're actually Laughlin.
Laughlin.
Yep, yeah, we were actually.
I remember
in
Laughlin.
Yeah,
I remember Laughlin.
So
most of it, anyways.
So we are in Laughlin, and that was actually, in my opinion, that was one of my favorite venues for West Coast. The thing is they had a kids location. From my understanding, it was very similar to surf, where the hotel's right on a beach. So they had a bonfire out at the beach. I don't think we were part of it necessarily, but they did have one out there. You could rent wakeboards, you could rent freaking jet skis, and just go right there in the Colorado River.
But this was in October, so it might have been a little too cold for that.
You know what? It was pretty warm. It was warm though.
It was kind of warm.
It was.
Because there were some fireworks too, right?
Yes, on the Arizona side. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they had this whole beach set up, so you can buy them and go set them off on the beach.
Yeah.
Over the water. Yeah,
that's so cool.
They had you drop your kids off. They charge you per hour, and you drop your kids off, and they can do stuff, and then you and your spouse can go out and do stuff. Yeah. So, hey Jose, that'd be that. Luke Valenzuela right above you. Demo wall Cyclone, new record holder. So anyway, Kimo's over there with Joey, and Joey has a Street Max car, which is essentially nowadays probably a pro stock wall 5K.
Right.
I would say it's very similar, but without the limit on the power. You were limited on amps, batteries.
Yeah,
but not by power.
Not by power. Battery. One battery only.
That's right.
Wow.
And and just to kind of show you the people that compete at this thing, we had the Canadians were down there, the twins, Rip Rock twins.
Rip Rock.
And Joey's like, man, I just keep losing voltage when I drive my car into the lanes. I turn my car on, voltage drops, and I lose tenths every time. And the Canadians are like, well, why are you driving your car in the lane? Why would you start your car? Push it in the car. The rules say that you just need to be able to demonstrate that you can drive it on its own power. You do that after your run. And I believe Joey set a personal best after they figured that out.
Yeah.
So he was able to put the, as we called it back then, he was able to make all the batteries hot. So, by the way, Luke, I don't remember what your score was, but if you can tell Jose in the chat, you know what?
Go
Here,
ahead.
I might have it right here.
Well, he had 60 points because he played 20 hertz, and I think it was
218.4.
Yeah.
That's the number that he
0.4.
told me. So I don't know what the previous. Don't worry,
look what he
Jose.
said.
I have more in the tank too.
No
Whoa.
way.
And it starts.
a little jab. So anyway, so that was one of the, that kind of shows you the kind of people that that we have competing in DB drag. These people never met Kimo before. We're down here. They just meet him at World Finals, and hey, we got a way to help you make you louder. And they helped him, the whole team, right there at the show. You know, those are the kind of cool memories I got from World Finals. Do you have any particular ones that stand out extra for you?
Me?
Yeah.
Seriously? The same show in Laughlin. I remember Serving the Peace. I don't know if you remember those guys, Andy and Dominic.
Yep.
I blew woofers in the lane.
Res Life.
Res Life, yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah.
We're in Laughlin. I didn't even qualify yet. And something went up in my car and it shorted out my woofers and it locked up. So I wouldn't be able to compete at all if I wasn't able to borrow woofers out of somebody's car.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually went out to their vehicle, their personal vehicle, took the 15s out of their car, put it into my truck just so I can qualify and compete at final.
Yep.
Yeah. But luckily I didn't qualify yet.
That's right, because they didn't have the exact ones back. I think they had Trio in their stuff, didn't they?
They had DC.
Oh, did they have DC?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it was right when DC started.
Yeah, exactly. Right at the beginning.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. So, but anyway, yeah. So
and another great memory I have. Is with Jeffrey.
And what's that one?
When we set his world record, his tattoos. When Alpine set on his windshield to help him get that.
Yeah, that was it San Mateo or
San Mateo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
07.
Yeah, I had Alpine sit on my windshield, and Kimo was there holding his feet so he wouldn't slip off as I burped it, and yeah, I don't know, it helped me out. So maybe I wouldn't have, won that championship. It wasn't for the basic guys. So
I wouldn't say that, but
big thanks to you guys.
We made a lot of memories since then, that's for sure.
Yeah. One of my fondest memories as well.
So I will say also, with that in mind, when it doesn't matter when we have the separate locations, when a West Coast or an East Coast guy wins a championship, the people that are at that venue take that personal. That's a win for the venue, and doesn't matter if the guy's not on your team or any of that stuff. Not we as judges, but the people there competing truly take that as a win for them and their group, and rightfully so. It's always, we're all competitors and we want our team to win, and that's always the option. I mean, having the guys come up from Mexico, Pure Sounds, they're always great to have on your team. Just saying.
Yep.
Having Jose Ramos on your team for Cyclone, not bad idea.
Exactly.
So, do you have a favorite show that you've ever done, or
on the competition side of things?
Yeah.
There's just so many.
I mean, for you, truly, Team Basic is a lifestyle to itself, right?
It is. I mean, we're so close. I mean, we've grown. We don't compete anymore.
Right.
But we have our annual Christmas party. We get together. We have a Team Basic Ohana group that, all the wives are together. I mean, me, Alpine, we became dads at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So our kids are exactly the same age. So, they're growing up together. So we do, birthdays together, stuff like that. Even though old team members will come over, we'll have get-togethers with them. Like Carlos will come back in town, get together with him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's really a family atmosphere we created.
Yep.
Even though we don't compete anymore, we don't, cardio is not revolved around us no more. But still claim the name and hang out together as a group.
Yeah, I think I've seen pictures of you guys like being the best men at each other's weddings and stuff like that. So
Right,
stuff like that is really cool.
Yeah, that's how close we are. So I mean, that's me and Joey. Like I said, we went to high school. We actually went to elementary school together. That's how long our friendship goes back.
Mhm.
You know, we picked up Alpine along the way and Raul along the way over the years. But I mean, majority of our friendship go back 20 plus years. So I mean, it just shows how old we are, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it's the team. Even though we don't compete, we're still family.
No, that's awesome. I really, I dig that about you guys. You guys are great. Um, so, talking about the shows now, one of the main reasons we had you on tonight is because coming up in this coming weekend, or is it next weekend?
No, it's this weekend actually.
This weekend. Talk about the show you got coming up and
Yeah.
let people know about that.
Yeah.
one.
So we have a little show called Surf City.
Little.
Yeah, it's something I'm proud to be a part of. I can't take no credit for it. You know, I'm just a one man just doing my part. Real credit has to go to Travis Chin from Iasca and Scott McCurry that actually host the event up in Surf City. It's at Chinook Winds Casino up there. This is my seventh time doing the show for them. It's unique in the sense that it's not your typical triple point event, where there's no big trophies because it's a charity event. All entry fees go straight to the casino that hosts the event.
Angel Tree, I think it is.
Angel something, yeah.
It's Angel something. Yep.
Sorry guys, I forgot what the charity was. But, no, it's great because we raise over $2,000 every show without a hitch. You know, there's always people contribute to the show as far as competing. We have a great raffle. You can win full systems out there from head units, subwoofers, amplifiers, car alarms. There's batteries to be won. There's a lot of great show sponsors, and a lot of it goes into the hustle behind the scene. Like William Turner would have been a great guest on here, but because he's been involved since inception of their show before I was involved.
He just couldn't be. He was still at work, so he can only do audio. He couldn't have done video. Yes, Mr. RP, it's at a casino and it's a 3X. So you can spend as much money as you can blow up in your car at the same time. So just to go over this real quick, just 2 days ago they posted entries. So pre-registered entries for the event was 88 for IDBL, 59 for base boxing. I don't know what SQC is, but there was 27.
Sound quality.
Okay, and then there's another something QC 9.
It's install.
Oh, install quality. Okay, that's 9 people. DB drag 32, base race 20, cyclone 11, and I don't know what demos where you just set up outside and demo. And
right. So if you don't want to
compete,
you can always just we get a demo passes demo with us.
Yep.
So I mean, it's always a great venue. Like Doug said, it's like Laughlin where we have a beach right there. When you're competing, you actually see the beach. It's right there.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, all hotel rooms have a beach view, which is part of the casino.
What city is it in exactly? Sorry,
Lincoln City.
Lincoln City, Oregon, right?
Oregon. Yeah, Lincoln City, Oregon, and yes, it's a DB. All those events, it's a 3X for all organizations at that event.
Yeah.
Wow. So RP's asking if it was a 3X event. And yes, it's a 3X for all the entire event.
Yeah, it's 3X for Iasca and DB drag only.
Oh, is that it?
Well, yeah. We want to bring another organ. It's just that our time constraints.
Yep.
And the traffic flow for not say small the parking lot is, but
it's small with that many vehicles.
Yeah. So I mean, we're trying to expand it to a better flow of traffic, but it just logistically it's kind of hard.
Which is the reason you don't have time for Top Dog.
Exactly. Oh, nobody do Top Dog Saturday night.
RP says, "How do I not know about this?" And the reason is because you don't watch this every week.
And it's on the other end of the country.
Yes, it's in Oregon.
Like way at the other end.
And RP, if you want to know another really good show out here is Autorama, which Kimo can speak to. He's been to Autorama more times than a lot of people.
I got great memories of Autorama as well.
Yep.
Nice.
And then Autorama, the second to last year we did it, we had 166 DB drag entries. So, a casino I'd go for the 3X, says RP. As a matter of fact, they just opened a casino probably 10 minutes away from Autorama. Did you see at Sky River? Sky River Casino. Brand new, right downtown Sacramento.
Really? I know they have a card house. Do they have
They have a what?
slot machines there?
Oh,
I know they have
yes.
a couple card houses.
No. This is a casino. This is like in Reno or Vegas. It's a casino.
Oh,
casino.
wow. Machines and card
Yes.
tables? And...
Yes, machines, card tables, everything. They just opened it up on.
So I guess the question
Thursday.
is, do they have crap?
I have not been inside it yet, but if you go to their Sky River thing, you'll see. I'm actually going to talk to them about possibly hosting next year's West Coast side of the World Finals or something, cool. That'd be awesome. At a casino, dude, come on.
You can't beat that.
Nope, can't beat that at all. Roulette. RP says roulette.
Roulette.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not much of a game of chance kind of guy. So, anyway, so I remember it was like they did $26,000, I believe, last year or something like that. Let me go back to it. Surf
2,600.
No. It was 1,000 for the car show and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So cumulative.
Yeah, the cumulative money. Let's see. Frankie Smith, he'll be out there with you again this year. Yes or no?
Yeah. So I have two assistants. I have Frankie and I have Ron Luisa.
Okay. Ron's going out there this year. I haven't seen him at any shows, so.
Yeah, everybody's freaking busy.
Oh, you mean people have lives?
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're gonna have a couple people helping you out in the lanes there. Frankie Smith. If you guys never had an opportunity to base race against Frankie, good luck. He's pretty damn good at that. So he's got a few top dog things.
Cool.
I'm looking up.
He's top dog champion, right?
Yeah, he is.
I think Ron's a world record holder as well for final.
For extreme 5K or no limit, I can't remember. I think it was 5K.
I can't remember which one was.
Yep. Why don't you hit him up with a couple of questions there, Jeffrey, while I look up how much.
Yeah. So explain to me it's a weekend event, right? Saturday and Sunday for Surf
Friday,
City?
Saturday, Sunday, right?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah. Friday is more of just kind of a roll-in kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of get set everything up.
Mm-hmm.
But Saturday is the actual car show. So they have like it's a hot rod car show. I know
classic cars,
hot rod cars. And I know Impala's Car Club has attached onto it as well. So there's been a lowrider portion of the car show as well. So Saturday is just pretty much all car show. Wow. And the way Surf City's parking lot situation is there's a lower parking lot and an upper parking lot. Mm-hmm. So on the car show day, it's all lower. They have all the big parking lot. And we're up on top, which is a great view. We have a bunch of vendors out there. Sky High comes out. DC comes out. Shinnom's out there as well. A couple other different shops comes out as well as vendors. Mm-hmm. And then Saturday is also the SQ side of things. So they do all the SQ judging Saturday. So there's no demoing really. Mm-hmm. I know for Surf, there's a pretty strict demo rule as well.
Oh, okay.
Turner's kind of our demo Nazi. So he'll go around. You got to go you got to shut it down. And it's just respect for both the tribe, because we are on tribal lands.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not a public area, it's tribal. So the whatever they request as far as demo at time, this is a set time. So for Saturday, that's like I said, SQ, and we do qualifying as much as we can for SPL after SQ's done judging. And then Sunday is when we actually fire up the competition for SPL. And then that's when we get the lower parking lot, and everybody takes over that. Remember, we have a concert out there. I think Sai's coming back out this year, but I don't know if he's performing this year.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see him confirm it this year. And just real quick, so it's Angels Anonymous, and last year they gave about $14,000.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, and it is a charity event. So if somebody wants to donate to it or be part of that like that, they can get a hold of Scott
William Turner?
McRae or Will
Scott,
Turner?
Turner's probably the best bet. Scott's pretty busy.
Okay.
Turner handles a lot of that stuff. So you reach out to Will. He'll get you. I would recommend just registering an event, even though you're not going to make it. Registering for the event gets you get a T-shirt and a goodie bag, stuff like that. So they'll figure out a way to get it to you, even though you don't show up. So, but like I said, every
cool.
the Surf City T-shirt in that bag, a couple other little goodies that Travis will stick in there. He has these phenomenal cherries he gives around every year. They're chocolate covered. They're awesome.
Did you say cherries?
Yeah. Travis is he's in produce, so he has like this like always every year these cherries out that are chocolate covered, and my wife looks forward to that than anything else.
That's why she comes, huh?
Yeah, that and the buffet.
Yep. There's been some great times had at that buffet there at Surf City.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
it feels like a mini finals because you walk around the casino, you see people from different,
yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. It's a really good vibe.
Yeah, it was a sister show to Autorama back in the day. So they used to support Autorama, and then so essentially the people from the Northwest would come down and compete at Autorama, and then the guys from California would go up and compete at Surf City. Yeah. And that really is the genesis of how that started. Yeah. So that's cool. Sundown, I might not talk to Sundown about coming out and maybe sponsoring the Autorama next year. That should be
cool.
I think Autorama's going to start growing again. The people who run it are really happy with how I was running it when I was taking care of Autorama, and they're like, hey, let's get back to doing this. And so we had it this year. Still had a really good turnout. I think I still had we only did one day, and I think I had 59 or 60 entries. So not bad for a one-day event.
No. That's kind of when we started doing it for Autorama, because I know we average about that too. I mean, it's just we only did single day events. We didn't do dual 2 day events.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Autorama is a great show. I mean, it's a great venue. Mm-hmm. The amount of cars Autorama has, it trumps Surf as far as the amount of cars.
Yes.
Because the facility is just so huge. So,
yeah, and then they get guys like Chip Foose. Yeah, like Chip Foose was out there. Roger Barris, what's his name? Barris, the guy who did the Batman cars. Anyway, he was out there one year. The graveyards, the ones that do the Dodges, junk graveyard something or other on TLC. They've been out there. They were out there last year. Yeah, graveyard cars. They were out there. So, I mean, they always have some major people out there. They had Christopher Titus out there a couple of times showing off his vehicles. They've had home improvement guy, Tim whatever. So, I mean, that's one thing about that venue. Yeah, graveyard cars, Justin said. Yeah. They had Tim Allen out there showing off his vehicles. So it's just a huge venue. We're allowed to demo when we want out there and stuff. And we usually do a 2X on Saturday night. And the only reason that this one is allowed to do a 2X the night before and then a 3X the following night is because this is grandfathered in, because we've been doing this show since 2002 or 3. DB Drag started out there. And then prior to that, for 5 years, it was a USAC show.
So, with Old Man Jaffe.
Yeah, Old Man Jaffe. I really wanted to get him on here. He does not want to come on this show because people have a certain image in their head of Jaffe, and he's got some health issues now, and he doesn't want to stain that image. The way he was. That's right. Yeah. He doesn't want to stain that image.
I respect that.
Yeah, me too. I still talk to the guy. He's an awesome dude. He did shows different than I do. I saw what he did and took parts of his show. The way he interacts with the competitors and the crowd, I incorporated some of that. I didn't do the frozen T-shirt contest like he does.
I've never seen that one.
Oh, you've never been to his frozen T-shirt contest?
No, I missed that.
Oh yeah, and he used to do a do a show.
Sure, you did.
Yeah, and he used to do a show called Boobs and Boats, or Boats and Boobs.
That sounds
And
like fun.
yeah, so Lost Isle out there in the Delta, he would do a
Mhm.
stereo competition for boats out in the Delta.
Ah. Yeah.
And yeah, it was Lost Isle for a reason, and they got closed down because of inappropriate behavior.
So I'm
So
trying to post this link on the
I see it.
message board.
I see it.
Can you grab that?
I see it.
I see it.
I can't post it on our screen. I don't know how to post it up there. I'm trying to
But does
figure
it
that
play?
out.
I don't.
But I see it. It's in the
Oh,
chat.
okay.
Yeah, does it play? I don't know if the link works or not.
I
Oh.
clicked it and it took me to Alpine's post about link. This should be the Team Bio and theme song.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
what
so you
that
click
is?
on- Yeah, if you click on that, it'll play the theme song.
Okay.
Oh, there it
so
is.
let me
And we'll
try
use the Team
that.
Bio as well. No, I had to post it not too long ago, so I found it on Alpine's.
Okay, let me see if I can't find that. So I'm gonna go to Sonic FX. That's cool. I appreciate you posting that real quick. Anyway, talk to us more about the show. What happens on each day? What do they expect? Are they gonna have to wait in line? What is it?
So
going
Friday
on?
night, like nothing really goes on show wise, but you can grab your packets for be pre-registered. If you haven't pre-registered yet, you can also register as well. Friday, Saturday up to Sunday, we'll take registrations. But the pre-register will get you definitely a T-shirt and everything in your pre-reg packet. Like I said, Saturday more or less is for SQ.
Mhm.
We'll do some qualifying for SPL for both Ayahuasca and DB Drag. Saturday night I do offer top dog, but normally it's just a cash buy-in. There's no pre-reg for that because we tried pre-reg 1 year and not everybody showed up, and I had the whole thing loaded up with the computer, and you can't jump around the top dog, as you guys both know this. So I had to cancel the whole thing out and start a whole new format with whoever was actually at the show. So I do sign up that day for Top Dog. So if you're there Saturday night, you want to do Top Dog, come and see me at the tent, and yes, you come and play for a bit. And then Sundays we actually do competition and do qualifying and get everybody, through the lanes and everything.
Is there like a competitor party on Saturday night or something that's
An official party? No.
Like an official party?
There's no official party. There's always an official bonfire that happens. So there's a bonfire on the beach that happens Saturday nights. Normally Saturday nights we're already moving down to the lower parking lot, and they normally have this big white tent that's set up, and we normally go in there and hang out. We'll have a couple cars in there, and people just be hanging out. There's no demoing just because sound ordinance, but it's a great time where it just kind of sits there and talks, and they talk about stereos, talk about what's going on in our lives. I don't know if you guys know Mickey Dial, but Mickey's been a couple times and he's got a little wild. But I mean, it's
no.
But I mean, it's always a good time with the guys. Like I said, it's like a mini finals atmosphere. The whole
Yeah,
camaraderie
sounds
you
like
get at
it.
finals, you kind of get the same feel there. Without the stress of getting the whole competition side of it. I mean, it's a 3X event, don't get me wrong, but it's still not finals stress. That's a different level.
Yeah. It just keeps telling me it's a broken link. So otherwise I would play it.
Getting the whole
I wonder if I could play it on my end. I could just play the audio.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll carry over the mic
see
I
if it
have
will.
here.
It's a short.
Okay.
It's like a couple seconds. It's not
Yeah,
that long.
it's like 24
Oh,
seconds
it's like
or something.
48 seconds.
Oh, there
it
you go.
shows here. Let me see. I think my Facebook is unmuted or muted. Okay, here we go. Let's see if that'll work.
Is it playing?
Whoa, that's weird. Now with the lag, let me go back to muting Facebook again. It's getting this weird feedback.
Oh yeah, see, it just keeps saying that link's broken, Kimo.
All right, check. This one.
I went into the link on the in the chat in the thing you sent me to in the private message. So
Let me change my okay.
And I think it's probably my security settings. Oh, I heard
Oh,
it.
Is that it?
Yep. I heard it for a second.
I heard.
Is that it right? Can you guys hear that? Let me rewind it. Let me go back.
So it talks about each competitor and what class
Oh,
they're
does
in.
it?
Yeah.
The
shaking, Northern Cali earthquaking. Found in the streets, got the highest DPs, 10s, 12s, and 15s. First place trophies, it don't stop. We be beating down the block in a Chevy or a truck, but the show has got the knot. Setting up the lawn, hitting my storm out. Stars, getting ones, David C's Clarion. System clean, rent supreme, you can't afford it. Police be checking, talking about the noise ordinance. Trying to hate, 'cause we the best of 50 states. For those who are mistaken, we set the record straight.
There you go.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I think we built that song because I think was it 07 finals? They were offering like if you load it up into the term live.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that there was that 1 year at finals where they allowed us to put like some kind of walkout music, and I think I joked around with Toxic Twan. I told him, they got Justin Bieber bringing Sexy back, and he came out in it. But wow, so okay, it was around that time then when you had this theme song. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's built up and everything, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, so I was trying to give everybody an opportunity to do a walk-up song, but I had way too much going on trying to run the show. That was the 07 finals, and I couldn't make it work. I tried, though. I swear to you, I tried. I probably had 10, 12 different theme songs for walk-up songs, and it just became too difficult to do.
No worries.
I would have to go ahead.
Didn't it play a different finals like a year or two later?
So I got it to work for a little bit, but then it became too cumbersome for me.
Yeah.
I think it would have. Yeah.
If I had somebody like a 12-year-old to sit there and push buttons, it would be hella easy. But I don't have the extra 12-year-old. My kids hate car shows now. So, because I used to force them to work for me, as you guys know, and you guys have seen. I mean, you've seen both my daughters and my son come and work shows with me. So, but yeah, no. Luke mentions here, Kimo seems like he'd be fun to get drunk with. Yeah, just go on Kimo's Facebook. There were many a meme of Kimo. The Kimo life.
Oh yeah, just don't let him sit down, right?
Yeah, just don't let him sit down.
Yeah, I sit, I sleep.
I sit, I sleep. That's what it said. That's right.
That's his motto.
It's T.W.I.C.A. So we don't know. It's T.W.I.C.A.
The motto.
Yep.
I sit, I sleep.
That's right. I remember that now. There's a bunch of pictures of him with Killian out in Vegas, Steve Mead.
Yeah, don't talk to Killian about his trip with Vegas with us. He'll paint a different story.
He'll paint it as a different story.
Didn't he pass out? I think we were all hanging. It was like CES. Was it CES week?
One of CES. Is there so many members of CES?
I remember that. I remember. Steve Mead was there too, and we were at. I think we were at Ellis Island. Yeah, I think we were at Ellis Island.
Ellis Island. Yeah, we lost my brother-in-law that trip. That's right. We lost
was it you that passed out? Or somebody passed out.
I always pass out.
He always passed out.
Yeah, there was a time with Gary. We're drinking, obviously. And, just ask him about the sprinkler.
Ask him about a sprinkler, huh?
Sprinkler.
Yeah, I'm the sprinkler.
You are?
Yeah, I had to sprain Gary one night, so we'll leave it at that.
Whoa.
I think you went out so at Autorama, typically when the day's over, we would go to Applebee's right there. It's literally across the street from Cal Expo, and I think you were there the one time we were there with Gary, and since I was in an accident back in 2000, my leg doesn't work properly, so I stepped outside to go deal with a leg cramp. And I'm literally right outside the window just puking because it hurts so bad. And Gary's like, nobody saw it, but dude, that was nasty.
Gross.
That sounds like Gary.
Yeah. He goes, I saw it, but dude, that was nasty right outside the window. Because when I cramp up, it like most people, when you cramp, it'll cramp your thigh or your calf or something.
Right.
I literally cramp every muscle from my hip through my toes. So my shin cramps, my calf cramps, whatever the major muscle in your leg, your thigh, my toes, my ankle cramps, the bottom of my foot cramps, all at the same time. And makes for my son says when I start cramping up like that, I need to go live so people can see me act like a little girl.
That's not right.
He goes, that'll go viral for sure. So, but anyway, so you got stuff coming up here. Autorama coming or not Autorama, sorry. Surf City's coming up this weekend. When you head out?
Yep. I'm heading out Friday morning. So we leave about 4 o'clock. We get there about 6 p.m.
Friday morning?
Friday morning, yeah.
Okay. Cool. And then so you'll see Kimo out there probably Friday night. He won't be at the bar, but Saturday night, check the buffet. And then after the buffet, it will be the bar.
No, probably the beach.
Oh, beach. Oh, you know what? Yeah. They have a bonfire on the beach at night, too.
Yeah, bonfire on Saturday night normally.
That's right. So
That's
go
cool.
to the bonfire, go check it out. I may make it up there one of these days, you know.
It's a great event. I mean, just go hang out. It's just always good to see everybody. And
yeah,
it's just a really good atmosphere. Yeah, that's what it is.
It is. And I appreciate that.
Is it too late to get rooms?
I don't know.
Usually, you got to check. But in general, it usually is too late to get rooms after
I think
4 or 5 weeks in advance. They sell out.
They sell out,
right?
Because the car show alone will take up the whole thing. Everybody's got a room there.
Yeah.
So a lot, some people normally go in a house, stay at a house that's close by every night.
Oh, okay, yeah, Airbnb or
Airbnb.
How about camping? Can they camp on the beach?
They can camp at the casino if they have like an RV. They have an RV parking up on top.
Oh,
so
perfect.
RVs out there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that's what Nyman used to do.
Yeah,
him and his family would bring an RV up.
Yeah, so just crash an RV. They have a shuttle take you back and forth to the casino as well. So.
Didn't the Bill Johnson used to camp up there too, or did he?
I don't think Bill's been up there yet.
Oh, okay. Because I know he's got his little RV that he would take around to shows every once in a while.
Yeah.
So that's another good guy.
Sure.
Anyway, so oops, did I screw anything up? No, I didn't. So is there anything that you need to tell us about the show that we may have missed?
I'll just reiterate: there is no smoking weed on the premises.
By the way,
Oregon.
Or
is it because it's
tribal land?
Tribal land.
Tribal land. So you can go on the beach. I'm not 100% sure about that, but if you go off the tribal land, you can smoke. But it's on tribal. They will not allow any weed smoking. So I know William's getting a lot of things said. Oh, why are you being a stickler now? He's not. It's just the rule that's been in place since the beginning, and they've just been enforcing it more and more because we're used to just smoke lighting up. It's just we're used to it here in California.
So if you guys are listening to the show, don't be that guy that's going to ruin Surf City just because you want to get high.
You want to get high.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy to.
It's out of our hands.
Go off to the beach.
Yeah. It's nothing personal. I don't mind, but it's just that that's the part of the rules of the casino and the tribe. So you want to respect that. Respect the venue. Like any show you go to, respect the venue.
Yes, always respect the venues. All right. Hey, Jeffrey, want to hit Kimo with our question?
Yeah. Hey, Kimo. So we got this question we asked all of our guests. We want to know, what is your definition of a basehead?
Basehead. It's not really based around cardio competition. It's more based around just loving bass. Some are old school. They're like, the 40, 45 hertz and good old fashioned, DJ Magic Mike. And then some are like the new school, like that 20 hertz, low and slow. But that's pretty much it. Anybody that loves just hard hitting bass, that's a bass head.
Yeah.
In general.
Oh, there you go. All right, Jeffrey, what you got coming up?
Coming up, I got a Vegas turnaround next weekend. You mean shows? Okay. So September 10th, it's going to be obviously the last weekend for getting points for DB Drag Finals. So we're gonna have an event at Crossfire Car Audio, and it's actually going to be a day after Roger's birthday. So
Oh,
I said,
birthday
hey,
party.
we'll do this birthday thing for you and sing you happy birthday with cake and stuff like that. So not only it's going to be a show at Crossfire, a DV Drag event, but it's going to be Roger's birthday as well too. So you guys get a chance. You guys are there, hang out. We haven't got it on the calendar just yet, but I think we're working out some. We might get some upgrades here pretty soon. Hopefully, get it to a triple. Okay. For people getting their last minute points or last minute certification. And yeah, so just be on the lookout on dbdragracing.com on the calendar.
All right. And for me, I got September 2nd. We don't do shows in California, in Northern California at least, during the same time as Surf City. We respect that show. Like I said, it was a sister show for us for a long time. And so we respect that show. So we don't have an event to encourage people to make it to the Surf City show. That's awesome. I really, we want to do that. So our next show is going to be September 2nd over at Jay's Alarms. We're giving away $1,000 to the winner of Deathmatch. 10-minute deathmatch.
10-minute deathmatch.
10-minute deathmatch. $1,000.
That's a long time.
Does your car have to be able to make it the whole 10 minutes though?
You just have to win.
What if you blow everything like in the first, 5 minutes?
If everybody else blows, you might win.
Oh, the last person to blow their stuff then, right?
That'd be it, yeah.
They'll win by default.
So,
$1,000. That's a lot of money, guys.
So that's going to be Friday night. We're going to start early. We're going to start at 4 because it's part of the 4-day weekend. So a lot of people have that Friday off because it's
Labor Day?
Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day.
Yeah, Labor Day.
So a lot of people have that Friday off. So we're going to start at 4. He's also going to have a taco shop there giving away tacos to the competitors.
Nice.
So he's going to have a bunch of tacos. He's going to have drinks. And then after he gives out $1,000, he's going to have an after party.
Oh, God. At Jay's?
At Jay's. Yes.
Oh, my God.
So if you guys are anywhere near Central California,
that's sick.
At Fresno, you would love hanging out with Jay for an after party. Jay's a good time.
I love hanging out with Jay.
Jay's a good time. I don't care where you meet up with Jay. He's always a good time. I've met up with him in Vegas a bunch of times. Dude, that guy is a good time.
That was some of my best shows as a team, is doing Fresno shows.
Yeah.
Like Jay's shop, doing that radio club. I mean, just that whole scene back in the day was like, it was a party. It was always a party down there.
Do you remember when we did the build-off? We had the two teams come in and we were at the
shop doing the build-off?
No, not the shop. It was at the fairgrounds.
Fairgrounds.
Yep, we were at the fairgrounds and we were doing the build-off, and we had Too Short playing on the stage afterwards.
Yes,
so
I remember that.
Yeah, so we had Too Short concert and the build-off and the 3X DB drag all at the same place.
Yeah.
So.
Because they're in a lowrider show too, so it was just crawling with people.
The half-naked women everywhere.
Yeah.
So if you look back at the pictures, none of them are the half-naked women because I don't take those pictures. So.
Yeah.
But that's some of the stuff that Jay's done in the past. He got us hooked up with that thing.
That's cool.
Like I said, Jay's going all out here. $1,000 to the winner of the death match. That's 10 minutes, $1,000. Also, we're going to have the tacos and then the after party. 31 years in the same location.
Wow.
For a car stereo shop, that's a really good run.
Is the after party going to be there at the shop? Or
it's going to be at the shop.
Oh, cool.
Right there.
Oh, yeah.
And just so you guys know, Rosita and Moses Martinez, they actually the ones who upgraded it to a 3X event. So we're going to give away the big trophies.
Cool.
And, we're going to have the big trophies and all that other stuff. So it's going to be a good show. And then after that, we got September 11th. Kimo can speak to some of the old West Coast finales we've done. And, where there's some money to be made. We're over $1,000 already towards the West Coast finale, and
Nice.
so that's going to be cash. And I think currently I have like 17 people that are eligible for the money, or 18 people, or something like that, and then another 4 or so that have 3 shows and they need one more to be eligible. So that would give us
Nice.
just over 20 people to split up that $1,000. And then we also, the entry fee is $70, and 35 of that 70 goes to the prize fund. And if you can still compete at that event, if you're not eligible for the prize fund, and if you are doing that, it's just $35, and it's a points only event. So if you think that you may have had the 4 shows, or the at least 3, and then the Jay's Alarms would be the 4th, please contact me on my Facebook or text or whatever, and I can look into it and confirm that you have the shows needed for to be eligible for the money. Other than that, I'm looking forward to the World Finals. Kimo, you making it to World Finals again this year?
I don't think so. I'm trying to get out there just to spectate if possible, but we'll see.
Okay, and then also, the old school meetup, which we
Yeah,
got
that's
going
what I
on.
want to go for.
The old school
Yeah.
meetup's going to be a great time.
An official competitor party, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and back to the official competitor party. Speaking of which, we're going to have Pipo Sanchez on next week. Already confirmed
nice.
with him. Once again, the opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the person that had made them, not of necessarily the podcast or the podcast sponsors.
Right.
With
Disclaimer.
Pipo, with Pipo, we're gonna have another one of those. So, but Pipo he had one of those vehicles that definitely stood out, and then his personality kind of just made that vehicle that one extra notch. Kind of like Tommy McKinney, right?
Right.
So, anyway,
I think he was in a SPL group called like Los Boricuas or something like that.
he
or
was
not-
in
was it-
something, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I think it meant like drunk or something like that. The drunks or
Really?
loosely translated. Yeah. No. It was borrachos. Was it borrachos or something like that?
borrachos.
We gotta ask him about it when we talk to him.
Yeah, but we'll have him on next week, and then on the weekend of Labor Day, we're gonna do a Tuesday show instead of the Monday show again. So, just so you guys know, we're working on people. We may, if we do not have, let's see, if we do not have somebody necessarily scheduled, we will talk to Mr. Luke right here and possibly have him on in the. Rosa said. Barecas are Puerto Ricans, which makes sense.
I think he is Puerto Rican too.
He is.
So,
He's very Puerto Rican, which would explain the
he's
drunk part.
Boricua, maybe that's what it was or something.
which that in itself explains the drunk part, right?
If you want to find out, you're gonna have to tune in.
That's right.
Absolutely.
All right, guys.
So Jeff, you said you going to be in Vegas in 2 weeks?
This weekend.
Actually, I'm actually. It's gonna be Monday. Yeah,
This
doing
Monday?
like a quick
week
turn.
from
Yeah, are
today.
you gonna be there?
No, I'll be there
Next
weekend.
Monday.
Labor Day?
Oh, okay. No, it's the weekend before, I think.
Yes, it is.
So- Okay.
Yeah.
Fun times.
I should just get an earlier
The
flight
29th.
and then fly into to Oregon and then just like drive down to Vegas or something. I don't know. We'll see.
That'd be cool. Portland, you want to fly into?
Portland. Okay.
Luke says we may regret having him on though if we brought him on.
Who?
He wouldn't be the first.
Pipo?
Luke Valenzuela,
Oh, okay.
because he's the new record holder and took what's his name's spot. So took Jose.
Yeah.
All I gotta
Santos.
say, it doesn't count to finals.
No, they count because these are small accomplishments along the way. But people also have an opportunity to break the record up there at Surf City, right?
This is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the show I have on the 11th, which is giving out money, that's the last day you could even possibly break a record before World Finals.
Nice.
So if you want a record to stand, look for a show on the 11th or the 10th.
10th or 11th,
and that's 10th or 11th weekend, and that's going to be the last opportunity to break a record for this season. So, with that being said, it's really cool to have you on, Kimo. I appreciate you coming out here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Starting next Monday, we are going to have to make sure we cut these things down to exactly an hour because I'm going to be starting my bowling season up again. And I'm the sergeant at arms, and if people are late, I got to fine them. And I'd really hate to start fining myself. So,
That would suck.
Yes, you can. By the way, Luke, yes, you can set a record at finals, but prior to finals, that'll be your last opportunity. It'll be September 10th or 11th weekend. Anyway, with that being said, remember though to support those that support us down below. Right below me here, we got Stolman Transportation LLC. Right below Jeffrey over there, we got lots of watts. So if you guys want to hit up Justin Stolman, click on his in the Facebook chat. You can click on his name and send him a private message or whatever, and talk to Justin Stolman about picking up some lots of watts stuff. That helps support the West Coast finale, adds additional money to the prize fund, along with Stolman Transport LLC. Just use the code SonicFX or T.W.I.C.A, and that will add some stuff. You guys, hope you guys go to Surf City. Hope you guys have a great time. We'll start talking about Autorama after Surf City. That's our usually we start talking about Autorama the day after Autorama. That's kind of it's kind of the old thing we used to do a lot. And so I want to start bringing that back. So we'll start talking about Autorama once again. Stolman says he has tons of lots of watch shirts and hoodies. So if you guys want to pick up some lots of watch stuff, let him know. And
do they have a date for Autorama yet?
It is the last weekend in May.
Okay,
so I'd have to look. Yeah, I have to look in what it is, but it's the last weekend of May.
Okay.
So I will get a date for that right after Surf, and then we'll start locking that in. All right, guys. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Kimo. Jeffrey, a pleasure as always. Great job, gentlemen. I just want to tell everybody thank you for tuning in this week. Hopefully you guys tune in again next week, 5:30 California time, the only time that does matter, even if Jeffrey ain't around here.
Oh, man.
West Side.
I love me some Cali time, so
yes,
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Anyway, we'll see you guys.